to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let the record show that all the commission is present. Approving of the August 12th visit.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Barron,
Second.
second by Commissioner Wright. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Approving of the claims.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Johnson,
Second.
second by Commissioner Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Engineers report.
Mr. Chairman, we have the A-Trip 2 application.
Need a motion to adopt the A-Trip 2 app.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Barron,
Second.
second by Commissioner Johnson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And we are requesting to begin advertising for an engineer to replace John B.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Harris,
Second.
second by Commissioner Copeland. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything else, Melissa?
No, sir. That's all we have.
Thank you, Melissa. Alan, you got anything to add today?
No report tonight.
Come on up, Ian, I'm sorry. About to get over.
I just want to spend money, so. Commissioner, I got the two things I brought up in the work session is with the Mixfield shelter, so we can bring closure to that project. I have to ask if you would be willing to suspend the rules to approve the $1,200 expenditure for the plumbing and electrical, and a $6,300 expenditure for the concrete.
Okay. First motion I need is to suspend the rules.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Johnson,
Second.
second by Commissioner Wright. Questions?
I just want to ask if we can do them together, because both of them are the same project, the same place.
Yes, sir, we will.
Okay.
All right, so I have a motion to suspend the rules and a second. Roll call vote.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And now we need a motion for the electrical and the other contractor work totaling approximately $7,500.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Wright,
Second.
second by Commissioner Copeland. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any commissioner have a report this time? Okay. Administrative report.
I'd like to say, before she get up, that we
Okay.
had, when the conference this time, the CCA conference was one of the best that we had. And we learned a lot of info in it this time. And, we hope the next year that everybody else can attend, but this time the classes was much more in depth than they've been being.
Good deal. All right, thank you, Commissioner.
I believe that every county is somewhat trying to do something for veterans. I think we should try to figure out some kind of means to help veterans around Pike County, because we got quite a few that's homeless, and whatever we can do to help them, because they the one protected us when they was in good health, and now we need to see, can we reach out and do something for them.
Good idea.
Yeah, I agree. Get a list up.
Okay, anything else? Okay, McKinsey.
Okay, I don't have anything for action tonight, but if you've got any questions, I'll try to answer them.
Questions for the administrator? Okay, we'll just move on into the budget.
Do you want to adjourn this?
Adjourn
or just
the
adjourn
meeting.
after the
You want to
budget?
adjourn it?
And that's up to y'all. If
Yeah.
y'all want to vote on the budget, I'm all for that too. But that's, we're gonna make it.
What's the first, what we normally do? We normally just keep meeting, don't we?
No, we
All right.
meet now.
Okay, the next scheduled meeting is September the 9th, work session beginning at 5:15, regular meeting at 6 p.m. Closing comments, Commissioner Wright,
Don't have any.
I
Commissioner
don't have
Barron,
any.
Commissioner Copeland, Commissioner Harris,
No.
and Commissioner Johnson. Okay? I need a motion to adjourn the regular meeting.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Barron,
Second.
second by Commissioner Johnson, by Robert Rules, we're adjourned and we will remain for the budget hearing.
Do you want me or Russell? I don't know if he has anything. You go first.
You
Your
go
own
first.
preference. I did not print y'all new ones because there weren't many changes made to it after the last meeting. We made some updates for the forestry vehicle. Put it in the purchase of a forestry vehicle with the help from the state. I'm paying for half of it. I made that update. And I believe that may be the only, I did update, there was one revenue account where we thought we weren't gonna get any money in on some ABC store profits, and we ended up getting some this year, and I just budgeted $5,000 more dollars in there, a revenue. But that's all the changes I made from what y'all were given for the last meeting.
One thing I want to propose is on the administrator vehicle that we have. That can be used by our engineer in the road department, and he can take his vehicle and put it in the fleet for his road maintenance crew. And then we could take his oldest vehicle and maybe give it to the fire department. I don't know how that would work, but certainly there's some legal way we could do something like that to help that situation.
What kind of, do you know what kind of shape your oldest is in or anything? I don't know if it'd be better to do that, or it would probably be better to sell.
I don't know, I'm asking a question.
Unless he needs it.
I'm making a proposal, I need comment, feedback.
Okay, I mean, I don't know, I think we have a 96 model, with probably over 250,000 miles on it, so, I mean, that's, probably just need to sell it at all. But I can get better detail, I'm just, you know, going from memory on that, those details may not be exactly accurate.
Well, I'll take that part out then and just leave in the part about letting you have the Tahoe and then letting you put your vehicle in that fleet.
That would be helpful, that would help us to get another pickup truck in our fleet and get rid of that one of those old ones.
Okay. Does anybody have a problem?
I have another question. It's probably gonna be directed to our attorney. You know, I talked to McKenzie about it and everything, and she gave us a good idea, good pointers, but right now I'm still sticking to what I got in my head is that about the vehicle. One of our employees is riding her vehicle back and forward, they're going to pick up the mail and stuff and everything. If something happened to that, I'm asking the attorney, if something happened to her between here and riding her vehicle, picking up mail and stuff, and we got one out there that she could ride legal, is we responsible for her car when she leave this building and go and pick up mail and stuff? Or she get hurt? Or get in an accident?
If she's, you know, the example you get, if she's in the scope of her employment is the legal term, she's doing an assignment, run across town, deliver a package to my office, which happens all the time, and back and forth. Employee goes to the courthouse to file, take something for, deliver to a commissioner for something, for some reason, Commissioner Darren or Robin or somebody. If that employee is running an errand as part of her employment, it won't matter what vehicle she's on. I mean, she's an agent, employee, servant, all that stuff of the county. So her acts would make the county liable. Now, if you're saying, are we liable for a car, if she tore a car up, I would think her own insurance would cover it, but I wouldn't worry about, I mean, you know, the real issue is
The reason I
if
asked that
she's
question because
involved
we
and
had,
hurt somebody,
yeah, mhm.
yes, it's no different than if she's on her
Right.
car.
Mhm.
Same thing.
That's what I'm.
The only difference would be if she's on a county vehicle, the only difference would be our insurance would either totally repair or fix the vehicle, whereas if she's on her car and it's her fault, I don't think the
Yeah,
county
no
knows.
expense.
Mhm.
I think it's their own insurance.
Personal insurance. insurance.
But it's the third party, it's the third party liability that is the real issue on that, not the property damage.
I just,
In my assessment, but that's a good question, I mean, yeah.
because I want to make sure, what legal standpoint that could happen, that if something really happened.
It could happen, no doubt it could happen. She's run there and not paying attention, I mean, you know, the client, runs a red light, hits somebody, then that's on the county, whether she's on her car or not. Provided she was doing something for the county.
All right, what's next?
I mean, unless y'all have any questions about anything, it's the same pretty much other than what I've said
Okay.
already. I mean, I'm ready when y'all are. I think, now the appropriations, I think they're good for what's in here.
They remain the same, if there are any extra, they come out of our general fund.
Okay, that's, in there, were y'all okay with the appropriations that are in there? So, you know, we had a couple of additional ones that were not funded last year, in there. The Pike County RSVP and then Cancer Wellness Foundation were the two additional ones, that we did not fund last year.
I thought that, RSVP was definitely not to be funded.
I didn't hear you, I'm sorry. Could you repeat that?
RSVP, or whatever you want to call it, we just did that, did away with that.
Yeah, we did not fund it last year.
I was challenged when Jimmy Lawson made the statement that he didn't know what they were doing or nothing, and that's, you can see why we need to keep funding it anyway.
What is its purpose?
It's a volunteer organization for,
They do what.
seniors, I believe. There is a letter in here, it's the Retired and Senior Volunteer Program. From what they said, that they use that money for, I believe it's I'm trying to see if it's in this letter, if it's just from where she told me. It is in the letter. It's a liability and secondary accident insurance policy, an auto insurance policy for the people, the volunteers that drive some of the elderly and seniors to different, things that they drive them to. I don't know if it's just doctor's appointments, if it's over to, you know, maybe some of the senior complexes in the county. I'm not sure exactly, where all they take people, but that's what they do. It's for some elderly and senior people, a service. I don't know how many people use it and how often it is used. I don't have any of that information from her. I can request it from her if you would like for me to.
We haven't had a representative to come to the meeting.
Okay.
In what?
Been a long- I've never seen one since I've been here.
What's the name,
No.
Jimmy?
So,
Tammy, yeah, Tammy's office, yeah.
here's what I
So
would,
we haven't had anybody.
I would like for her to come and explain what this organization does and why she needs the money. I know she's got a letter there that tells us a little bit, but we need a little bit more information. The things that you just said, and you know, don't take a guess, tell her what we want to know.
Yeah.
So that she can be prepared and give us a regular, full information, so we'll know what we're supposed to do with it.
Okay.
Okay, you got something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think Jimmy brought it up, but I think the reason we took that out last year is because we couldn't even figure out who was in charge of the board at
Yeah.
the time, last year.
I think some checks weren't getting deposited in a timely
Yeah,
manner.
so-
There was some issues there.
So,
If that's still the case, we need to leave it out. I mean, if it's functioning and it's working toward what we were funding it for before, then we probably need to add it back in.
and that's what I would say, but I would just assume that if that's the case, and just don't make 5 or 6 payments and have 5 or 6 checks sitting out there somewhere. Just make one payment and make it count for what it goes to, if that's what the case needs to be.
Well, I can send her an email and ask her if she could come to the next meeting if y'all would like for her to do
I
that.
want her here at the work session.
Do you know are they taking people outside of the county? I mean, is this some service that Pats can't provide because if they leave the county limits of the county, or are they just taking people here in Troy? That's something, and that'd be something I'd be interested.
Yeah, that's,
We need to ask her.
that's why she needs to come before we fund it.
You need to come to the meeting.
If she-
85% of those folks work out to the hospital. They carry people to and to the cars, push the wheelchairs around. That's some of the stuff they do. 85% of it, that's what they do. You see these people carrying them out to the cars and roll the wheelchairs out the bank. That's what they do majority of the time.
Ask her to come and tell her what we want.
Okay. The second organization that we didn't fund last year that requested was the Cancer Wellness Foundation of Central Alabama. And they do have a letter also in here requesting $3,000. They said last year that they served 64 patients from Pike County.
I think again, I want them to come and tell me what they're doing. So ask them to come as well and let them tell us what they do. It may be a legitimate need. Like if they're giving somebody here a gas voucher to make it to their appointment, then maybe we ought to look at it. You know, I don't know. Go ahead, Commissioner.
But I agree, but just not blindly funding something we've never even met people.
Right.
Yeah.
We should put that in perspective somewhere, that you ask for money, you need to come personally and ask the question.
I agree with that.
That way you won't be assuming what's going on. And they can tell you exactly what
If you got any questions, you can ask.
I left mine, this,
And that's what I think we're asking.
that's a bar.
You want us to help you, come tell us what you do.
That doesn't be a guideline.
All right?
If you ask for money, I'll be able to hear to answer questions.
Okay. Anything else down here?
That's it.
Anything down here?
There's one thing, Mackenzie and I talked about, we talked about revising the Yard and Decker study on the employee raise and stuff like that. She told me, we both agree with this, that it need to be redone, restudied, get somebody to redo, explain to them, to redo the Yard and Decker study. Because it's 28 years old, you know, and we need to revise it.
I think it's only 20 years old. It was
20?
done after I came to work with the county, yes, sir.
It's close.
I think in 99, I think is when it was enacted. It was the Yarger and Decker study. They came in and did a personnel study on all the positions within the county, made job descriptions, suggested salary ranges and everything for that, and also built into there a way for, I don't want to call them just raises. They were kind of set up as like merit raises and that sort of thing, and we've kind of gotten away from it. And we actually stopped all that altogether a few years ago. I don't know if I know with their jail project, the study, we did some looking at some salaries for the sheriff's deputies and for correctional officers and stuff. There are some things that I think we probably need to look at, as far as there's not really a lot of differentiation between the deputies. We don't have, as far as lieutenant, sergeant, that kind of things in our, exactly in our study. We've added some positions along the way, but we were just discussing also about reinstating the way to have raises within the, for the employees, because they have not been happening. And we're in a position now where some of our employees that have been here for 5-6 years are making the same thing. That people walk in, new hires walk in, making the exact same thing because of how we've done some of our pay over the past few years. And we were just discussing, it might be a good idea to look at having another study done for the pay. I don't even have a range of what that would cost because we've not reached out to look at that now. It'd be something that y'all would need to direct me to do, to look at. I would say anywhere probably in the $20,000 to $40,000 range is what I would guess a study like that would be, because it would look at every job of the county, from the road department, sheriff's office, jail, commission office, probate, revenue reappraisal. It would look at every office, every employee, EMA office, everything throughout the county, as far as employees. That's just something that y'all would need to direct me to do if you wanted to, but I did suggest to Commissioner Harris to try to stop this where people are coming in making the same thing as someone's been here for a while in the same exact job. Reinstating for now the Yarger Decker, their way of doing an annual on an anniversary raise if there's the money available each budget year.
Right.
But that would just be something that y'all would need to look at and decide on. We can look at kind of prices and stuff like that.
I think that'd be,
So why don't you reach out and get us an estimate on it? I mean, I would,
yeah.
That was supposed to be part of the original jail study so that it could help us figure out how to save money to fund the jail operation. And we were given a rebate,
That's correct.
That's
You're
right.
right.
off of that because they couldn't get it completely done. So we already had somewhat of a price of what it would cost built into that study.
so then that's, I mean, as you're getting that estimate, make sure they know we've got the study for the correctional and the sheriff's group that they can,
And they didn't get to do
some of the
it.
research they may not have to do.
Yeah,
Maybe we can.
yeah.
Yeah, and we could definitely work with them on that. And like I said, I'm pretty confident in saying it would probably be $25,000 to $40,000, but I don't know that for sure. I'm
It's
thinking that we
on the
did
agenda, bring it back
Yarger
in.
Decker, it was probably around $25,000 to $30,000 that we paid for, but that was 20 years ago.
There's a lot of jobs that are no longer,
Yeah,
they're
they're
obsolete
obsolete.
since
And we've
1999.
added quite
And
a
there's a
few
lot of jobs
positions
that have
because
come up.
things have just changed on how things have done in government and what we needed. So there's been some jobs that we have developed, through the personnel office and had y'all approve that we're doing, but, I don't think it's a bad idea to take a look at doing something, especially since it's 20 years old, what we have.
I think she should be able to, the county commission should be able to do it, look at it, give her the authority to check it out and see what's going on.
We'll do it. Put it on the agenda and we'll talk about it.
I can do that.
Get your information and bring it back.
I can do that. I will say, of course, this, like I said, this payroll, this budget does include, doing a step increase, not a cost of living. It's important that we note that it is not a cost of living because that's where we've kind of gotten to the mess that we're in.
Okay.
Doing a step increase and then doing an anniversary raise along with what the Yarger Decker study,
Okay.
calls for until we can do something else. Also in here is a holiday schedule. As you all know, we usually approve a holiday schedule with our budget. It is the exact same holiday. The dates may be a little different because they fall on a different day, but it's the same days that we got last year.
Okay. Those usually go along with the state too.
Yes. There's one difference in the state. The state gets a personal day, for Mardi Gras, unless you're in, I think, Mobile or Baldwin County, they do get Mardi Gras. And so we do have Good Friday in there, but it's the same amount of days.
Right, okay.
You can take my.
Anything else for our administrator? All right, Russell, you got anything to add? Okay. Anything else about the budget from the commission? All right, budget hearing will close today and we'll reconvene at the next meeting. Thanks.